ViBe versus Axslav, an important game here. Even though neither of these two guys had a very successful season so far. Axslav is 1-5 in the season. He won in week 1 against TLO, but lost the remaining of his games. And ViBe is 2-4, started off 0-2, then won 2 games, then he started losing 2 games again. But he played good, man.
He's played great games all season long.
He played very good.
Blue agave nectar.
And it was kind of funny in the pre-game chat as well. ViBe was just saying to Axslav, he called him Nick. He's like, Nick, you never die. And that's kind of how I felt in that game as well. It's just he kept trying so many different ways. He kept trying to kill him, but Axslav just hang in there, barely, by the skin of his teeth, as you like to say. But it was enough.
Remember when I was casting Goody and I said by the hair of his teeth?
Wow, that's gross.
I didn't mean to. Like I was gonna say, it was either the hair of his chin or the skin of his teeth.
Imagine you can kiss like the hottest girl in the world, you know, like.
Oh, but she has hairy teeth.
Yeah, she has hair on her teeth.
Gross.
Would you do it?
Next subject.
No, I wouldn't, man. That's
but
that's a deal breaker.
It also means that you get access to the rest of the body.
Would you do it?
Hell, I don't know.
What if it was like interview subjects?
What do you mean?
Like the girls that came in for the interviews.
Yes, and that's kind of what I was thinking about.
You would deal with the hairy teeth?
If I can avoid them, otherwise I wouldn't do it.
No, you have to kiss, which means that you got to get hairy teeth in your mouth.
No, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. 14 spawning for opening for ViBe. And no forge yet for Axslav. Might see a forge for him soon. He likes to go for the late forge, 16, 17 forge, and then Nexus. For the people who wonder why they do that instead of a 12 or 13 forge, well, if you're not going to counter rush, you might as well get it a little bit later, because you're going to have your probe on the other side of the map anyway. You can drop a pylon, so you have vision of the links. And if you go for a 16 or 17 forge, you will still get him out in time. Then again, Daybreak is a super long map, so he might actually just go for Nexus first.
Yeah, which is exactly what we're going to see. Really taking his time with it. It's going to be like an 18 Nexus.
Well, 17. That's kind of how you want to do it. I always go 17. You know why, Ben?
Because 17 is your favorite number.
No, because now you have exactly, well...
full saturation when you send that probe down to the natural.
Almost. He's going forge before gates, so he's not going to play super greedy.
And ViBe's just going to be super standard as well. He's going to make 4 lings. He's going to kill this pylon, and then he'll take 2 bases. Because that's what you do in this metagame. So, big macro styles on both sides means that things probably won't pick up for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and if we saw Axslav play on Antigua Shipyard, man, I think it's... Oh, he's going to send over the links to the other side of the map straight away. He does have an overlord over here, so he has sort of vision. But I don't think these links will be able to achieve all that much.
I don't either. Even if they get in, the gateway is going to be done soon enough. And, I mean, 4 lings are annoying, but once the zealot's out, they basically can't do damage.
Ooh, well, actually, they will be able to pass this cannon. And then I actually think it's going to be worth it. Axslav also didn't think of rebuilding. No, he lost his pylon over here.
Oh, I missed those, says Axslav.
Completely unaware of the 4 Zerglings in his base.
Yeah, and let's see how much damage they are able to do. Axslav's going to have to micro very well. Hasn't taken any hull damage on those probes just yet. Good control thus far. ViBe really wants to get that probe with the gas, and he does.
Well, 2 pickups already. This is so worth it.
2 probe kills makes it absolutely worthwhile. That's all that these 2 sets of lings cost. And
it's not just that, it's all the mining time that Axslav is losing right now. He's losing more and more and more. ViBe is controlling this very well, and this is an excellent opening. Of course, on the left side of the map, we can already see both those hatches go down. And I kind of wonder, Ben, why did this... I actually thought those links were not going to be in time, or like barely, that maybe 2 could run by.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I guess if Axslav had spotted it, maybe he could have blocked, but... the way it went down. Yeah,
that's normally what you do. When you know that the links are going to make their way to the other side of the map, you can temporarily block a pylon or just wipe in another gate and then cancel it, which is of course completely worth it, because as we can see, these links already did way more damage than either 150 or 25 minerals would have ever cost you.
Yep, and another probe gets killed, and that's a grand total of 5 probe kills, Kev.
Oh, that's so huge.
Really, really nice opening here for ViBe. 26 drones, 28 drones now to 27 probes, as this last ling is going to make 1 more circuit around the base.
And do you think an opening like this, Ben, triggers a reaction for Axslav, that how I think that he was going to try to play quick 3 bases over here on this map? Axslav seems to have like a little bit of a lag issue, but I've never heard of actually lag on our maps.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen.
And I've played quite a bit on our maps as well, and I've never seen any problem. So it seems like Axslav perhaps has an unstable connection or whatnot.
Unfortunate. He's going to poke out in the middle with his Zealot Stalker, just take some map control, sit on that Zelnaga tower, make sure he doesn't get surprised by any more Zerglings, and will he follow this up with some kind of 2-base all-in, I think is what you were driving at.
Yeah, because I think he wants to play like he did on Antigua Ben, go for quick 3 bases, but the way that this has been going so far, it's already always hard to hold. If Zerg goes for a lot of aggression, which ViBe shows that he likes to do against quick 3-base Protoss, I don't think you can hold it after the start that Axslav had.
It would be tough. Man, Axslav.
Picking up that creep
tumor. That's a really nice pick off. Forces that queen to.
It's not a tumor.
Not anymore. It's now a creep hole.
If the Governator was a unit in StarCraft 2, do you think he would be the queen?
No way, man. If the Governator was a unit in StarCraft, it'd be that. What was that thing called? The Imbalisk.
Imbalisk?
The Imbalisk?
Nope.
He was like a giant ultra with spine crawlers on his back that launched banelings.
Where did you see this?
It was in like a Blizzard video when they, I think when they were first previewing StarCraft 2, in fact.
But that was not actually a serious unit, was it?
No. It was like, remember that Terran unit, the Transformer? You put all the buildings together?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was
like
so badass. Like April Fools or something.
Yeah, Optimus Prime unit.
Man, if Terran could only do that, I'd probably play Terran. That's the only, that's the only reason why I would ever play Terran. Couple of these Zerglings are gonna try to get us around on the Zealot. Almost got it. Man, this reminds me of Warcraft 3. It's like, yeah, oh, a little bit. Oh, nice dodge.
Speed upgrade doesn't finish.
Yeah, he gets this around.
Yep.
You know, in Warcraft 3 right now the fans will be like, whee.
4 points surround.
Well, that wasn't really 4 points.
You can do 4 points surround in StarCraft. Like, even though it's a 3D game, there's only 4 ways to maneuver, technically.
I believe you.
Axslav is going to go for this fast third base. That's what you called it, right? A 4 points surround. Am I saying that right or wrong?
I don't know. We just most of the time we always said
just
like
a surround.
Yeah, just a surround, a perfect surround. 4 units surround. We didn't really use 4 point. Well, I like it, man. If we go back in time,
we can coin it.
Yeah.
MrBitter says.
Mr.
4 points surround.
All the Warcraft 3 guys are gonna be like, who the hell is MrBitter? Who is this scrub?
He gets it.
60 drones right now for ViBe. Axslav, despite losing quite a few probes early on, did go up to 56 probes, man, so it's not all that bad. But ViBe now already with that 4th hatch on the left top side of the map. He is getting those upgrades, he is getting road speed, he's making quite a few units. He's only at 58 drones. I would love to see him getting a couple of more drones, but still, I think this is going to be hard for Axslav to stick around.
I'm really
he's going to need a lot of cannons.
That ViBe has not made enough workers. He is making a couple more on the production tab.
That's a lot of Zerglings.
I think he should have taken that first fight. Now he's going to run back and fight in range of that cannon, and that's not one that he's going to be able to win. He's going to have to reroute.
But there are not many sentries, man, and he did force now just a few force fields already, and there are really not a lot of force fields. He does have a Zealot over here on hold.
The roaches could pick him off, though, and if the lings get inside, that would be a real big problem.
Wipe in a sentry.
Army of Axslav is coming up, but he's going to be he's going to be forced to fight here. Now there are no cannons supporting.
Well, pretty good force fields though. I like those force fields
nice
a lot.
Force fields. Ling's not able to really hit anything. Just that one stalker, and Axslav holds just fine. And ViBe is super committed to building units right now, Kev.
Right.
He's got 61 drones out, and he is just pumping roaches. There goes one more small rotation of drones. He really needs to get up to about 80 drones, I feel.
You know what I think is crazy, man? How many things Axslav is doing at once. He's building so many probes. He even got the Templar archives. He's already researching +2 for the Twilight Council. Don't you think it's crazy that he's going for Archons that early on in the game? I mean, he made a relatively low amount of sentries while having this playstyle, you know? If you see Hydra do this, he goes up to like 6, 7, 8, 9 sentries.
Yeah. ViBe still wants to be aggressive. More units on the production tab, getting upgrades for his roaches. +2 armor, +1 attack. Burrow even going down.
I like this observer over there a lot by Axslav. It's a very important observer.
Clutch. Sees everything that's happening.
Beautiful pickoff right there. That was kind of like Blink Stalkers picking off a sentry in Orc vs. Orc. PvP. All these Warcraft 3 references. Oh, the Immortal stock. I don't think Axslav is aware of that. Or maybe he is. Maybe it's on purpose.
Holding down the front.
Wow, a lot of cannons over here. I think with those cannons, Axslav might be fine, but this is a lot of roaches, and those roaches are really in the thick of things, and that's when roaches are best.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to kill a lot of sentries. All the Immortals fall. The cannon's doing a good job, but they're taking some heavy damage as well. This Immortal and this Zealot still clogged up back at home.
Just now we see a lot of sentries, man, and then I really wonder, why did he get that Templar Archive so early?
Yeah, if he's going to use the gas on sentries, then Templar Archives is not really going to be able to come into play here. Roach is just closing down everything. They're going to be able to kill a lot of probes. This third base might actually fall. ViBe wants to get all the sentries before he turns around for the Nexus.
ViBe is just killing everything right now. Just now, Axslav starts researching Storm, but I'm afraid that's a little too late. This Immortal's taking a lot of damage. With those 3 cannons, he's going to be fine with some force fields.
ViBe really committing to this attack. I kind of would like to see him just kill the third.
I think he's pretty sure that he's still going to kill it anyway. Which might be a little bit risky, but I guess he's going to be fine. While ViBe did, during all this ban, did go up to 80 drones.
That's exactly what I want to see. And that's going to make it very difficult for Axslav to bounce back here if he loses this third Nexus. And I don't think there's really anything he can do to prevent it from going down.
I don't think so either. So Axslav is going to be stuck on 2 bases. And the biggest problem is ban. After all, he was forced to make a lot of sentries. Now it's too late. He lost the income of those additional Vespian guises. He's going to drop a couple of forces. He ends up losing another Immortal and doesn't really kill anything.
Yeah, ViBe's showing us some really good ZVP.
All season long, actually.
Really seems to have a good understanding of the matchup. Doing some things that...
Yeah, these guys in route are pretty smart, I heard.
You have to pass an IQ test to get into route.
Over 135 or you're not able to enter.
Roaches once more going to pick off this Forge and then back up at least momentarily. Hive and Spire going to finish up around the same time, so ViBe's end-game tech of choice is going to be Broodlords.
I think Axslav is going to try to win. He's actually taking a Ninja Expand in the right bottom side of the map. More force fields going down. Beautiful force fields, and those cannons and Immortals are really holding it down. But how many more force fields does Axslav have?
0.
Man, I love the aggression from ViBe.
Yeah,
it's relentless.
It never really stops. It's like a little North American Stefano. So
that's like the biggest compliment you can ever give a Zerg.
Yeah. Cybercore going to get picked off. That means no more sentries, no more stalkers. And
but wait, that makes no sense, man. Isn't Stefano North American?
A second North American Zerg.
Storm goes down. It doesn't really hit all that much. ViBe is just playing this out so extremely well. But he is completely unaware of this expand over here in the right bottom side of this map. But I don't even think that Axslav is going to be able to hold his main much longer. He does have maybe a few storms right now. Beautiful storm.
It's a great storm. ViBe takes some big damage from it.
But he has Burrow.
Even if Axslav secures this base, how is he going to get probes there? Like, he's going to have to build them all.
A war prison, man. Behind enemy lines.
What if he could warp in probes?
Oh, I love the Roaches with Tunnel and Cross. Just trying to get as close as possible. Picking up the Immortal straight away. Can we see a storm? I would love to see storm right now.
I don't think there's energy. Maybe one storm could go down.
Real soon. Once more, pretty good force fields. This Immortal is taking a lot of damage. Storm is as good as ready right now.
Micro, you're immortal a little bit. Actually, doesn't even have to. All these Roaches will get cleaned up. Nice Zealot Warp in here by Axslav. ViBe trying to end this game. But in the midst of it, he's finishing up his Greater Spire, which does mean that the 7 Corruptors that are out on the map are going to turn into Broodlords. ViBe, does he spot that base? I think he did.
He was so close. No, he didn't.
No.
No, he will.
Yeah, now he spots it.
Now ViBe's going to be like, oh, X.
Oh,
Axslav. You did it. X is like, oops, sorry. He's going to end up losing 1 or 2 probes. He's going to end up losing the Pine, and he's going to try to pick up more probes, I guess.
Yeah, but the Zergling run by in the natural is what's really going to be a problem. Ling's going to surround the Immortal. They're going to clean up these
ViBe is playing so extremely well.
Yeah, multi-pronged aggression everywhere. I love that Axslav always has a couple cannons in his main, though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be enough these times. These Zerglings are very strong. Do they have the Adrenal Glands upgrade? No, they don't.
I don't think that they do.
Wow, that's crazy. How can it be this strong, man?
Just the strength of that carapace upgrade, meaning they don't die so fast. Broodlord's on the way, Kev, and it's going to be... I don't know that ViBe's going to be able... Or I'm sorry, Axslav's going to be able to find an answer for the Broods.
Army supply is relatively close right now. It's like only 40. And he does have Storm, and +3 is almost ready. But a lot of Broodlords are on the map, and quite a few additional Roaches as well. ViBe is maxed out right now. Beautiful play by ViBe. But at least X is mining from this base now. Who could have ever thought?
Yeah, that's definitely something that's going to work in his favor, and maybe if he can hold on to it for 3-4 minutes.
And feedback every infestor, he's going to have to be careful. First Fungos are landing. Are we going to see? Oh, Fungo, all the High Templars.
And the High Templar are all going to fall. And they do Storm out as much as they can, but Burrowed Roaches actually heal faster than Storm can damage them.
Yeah, that's actually not a joke. I don't know if you were trying to be funny with that.
No, it's a true story.
Yeah, which is also funny, but unborrowed by most of these roaches, and he's just gonna try to chase down the remains of this Protoss army. Still no feedbacks, but man, this is the real problem. These 5, 6, 7 Broodlords.
Yeah, and nothing in Axslav's army can do anything about it.
If he storms the ramp and blinks below the Broodlords, that would have been pretty epic.
If only you could throw Immortals into the air. Good fungal once again on top of those High Templar.
Yeah.
They will all get picked off. Burrowed movement is a really good upgrade in this kind of a situation. Roach is just tunneling right underneath. GG from Axslav. It was an epic, very close best of 3 series, but ultimately ViBe is able to come out on top with some just an excellent, I would say, understanding of the matchup. He always seems to know what he can get away with, when he needs to attack. And even when we're questioning it, even when we're saying, ViBe, I don't feel like you have enough drones right now.
He's like, what do you mean? I have 80 drones already.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he uses what units he has to create that opening for the drones.
Yeah, such a great series, man. Not often do we start the day off with such an epic series as we saw right now. I'm not sure if we're going to have an interview with ViBe, but I think that's very likely that we're going to have a chat with him real soon. But Ben, there is still one big question, and obviously we're not going to interview the loser because we don't think that's very nice. But I have one question, like, why did he make the Templar archives so early, and why did he keep the sentry count so low? As I said, like, whenever you see Wydra play this strategy, he was one of the first Protosses to do this, at least in the Western scene. He gets a lot of sentries, so he can force field always the main ramp and force field everything off at the third base. It would have been, it makes perfect sense, of course. But instead, Axslav stayed very low on the sentries, which was, I guess, okay, because that was probably part of his plan. He thought it was enough, but then he had a Templar archives, didn't start Archons, didn't start Storm, and then when he saw all the roaches incoming, he still made a lot of sentries. Well, if you make those sentries before, you have way more energy.
I mean, we talk about cutting corners at the highest level. Maybe that's all he was trying to do. Maybe he was banking on the fact that ViBe's hopefully not going to attack me, and then I'll have Storm Tech, I'll have Archons. Didn't work out that way. That last game was brought to you by Kingston HyperX. We are going to have an interview with ViBe, but before that, very short commercial. Don't go anywhere. Words from our winner when we return.